tenfold. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready. Tie in right. Everyone's got 4.
Jackson, option right. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 21-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Hey, 4 down.
Jackson, option right. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So from the 36 now, first and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They go play action here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll make it third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Jackson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. And right away, he lost the football. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen, he's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well. Signed with the Bills in May of 2018 and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Allen. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Jackson on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerry Hughes has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They go play action now. Jackson.
This offensive line.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And Oliver in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
4 down.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now Jones. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Go!
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
2nd and 5 now. Allen. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now. Oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Jackson, option right. He may try and run for this. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
Let's go, baby.
Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes it 2nd and 9. Allen throwing complete to Foster. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Towards the end zone for Brown. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah,
what's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Now it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. Throw caught here by Bird. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Here's Jackson. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw is Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Ricky. Go. 59.
A final shot before half for Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this 1st half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, it's hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Allen, he completes it to the tight end Knox. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw again. Finding Knox there, complete.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen to throw once more. Got an open man. It's Foster. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
10 more yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Jones, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time out of Chubb. 75 yards. They come out here in the eye. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Replay. Orbit. Check Mike, 99. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Regular.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
We got 4.
Jackson, option right. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's Jackson to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Go, go.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. Allen now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Sue.
Check Mike, 99, Mike 99. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in.
Oh, no, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, 10, and this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
I got one.
On 1st down, Allen. Open man, here's Foster. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
No chance. Mike's 5'9", Mike 5'9". Wants to run. Hey, they're running it. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59. Oh, you got deep?
You got it.
Allen now from the gun, he'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Check the backer, check the backer. Bang, 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 bang.
To throw, it's Allen. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Allen operating from the gun. And able to find John Brown. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, Echo.
Move.
Alert.
He's checking. Crash.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
59 Mike. Check, 59.
Half.
Check your hot read.
Here we go.
Here's Allen. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Operating from the gun. Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Joker.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. Pressure gets there, and he goes down. Now, there's also a flag, but this might be on the offense anyway. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good job.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's not even going to come close. A big loss in the wrong direction on 4th down. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you don't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Here we go, D.
1st and 10 at the 20.
Allen now on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Check 59.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Being chased out left. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
21 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight right.
Jackson, option right. Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
56.
He's checking crab. Check. Love you.
Back to throw. Take him off. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Big boy can run.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Ravens, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. First off the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Yeah, say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep for your bro, for your poster, popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we come.